Howdy everyone, Runt9 here, and welcome back to Runt9 Plays One Step from Eden. It's time for Terra. That is definitely the W key, not the Q key. Let's get set up correctly on the keyboard. So I started recording another episode last night and realized that I wasn't necessarily feeling it. So we can also easily kill this guy by not casting any spells. Because if we cast spells, he's going to move to a different tile and shoot a fireball out, and honestly, it's a lot easier. So what's her shtick? She breaks tiles, gains mana regen, breaks more tiles, and then hits you with a big attack that utilizes all the broken tiles. So the thing is, Flat Earth is good, but also incredibly counterintuitive because she gains so much mana regen. I'm going to take it though. I actually think that that's pretty good, and something that I haven't necessarily done with the Terra build before. So I'm actually going to grab Phalanx as well and hope that we can pick up some more shield cards, and maybe we can go a little bit tanky Terra. You know what? We'll go this route. It does have a shop. I don't think that that's necessarily any good, but we're definitely dead here. Or not dead, but like going to take the hit. I was like, I want to just use Flurry and we'll be okay, but I should have gone and cracked more tiles so we got more mana. I think that we could possibly afford to deal with Shield Catch, but I also think Swords of Light combined with broken tiles can be very problematic for enemies trying to move around. So I think it's actually pretty good for us. Also, we're against Gunner first, which is definitely one where I'm like, I don't have a huge problem fighting Gunner first. So let's see kind of how this whole shield thing is gonna work. I mean, it did give us 70 shield. That's not a bad amount of shield at all. All right, how about we kill you? We took damage. Sadly enough, Terra's one of those characters that like I seem to be very hit or miss with. Like, she's very powerful, and you can see that spell right there is very, very good. I can play her well and play her poorly, but there's not usually like, we're just going to have a decent run. I think this is definitely early enough where Mining Rig is going to easily pay off as an artifact. So again, with this guy, I'm like, just shoot him like this, but also crack some other tiles so you can spam a little bit more. And then we can do that, and then life is much easier. And we took damage there. We definitely shouldn't have taken damage twice. That's a pretty huge mess up. Also forget that you don't necessarily have to break tiles in order to use Flurry. You can also just root them. Like, it's an incredibly obvious thing that I just totally forgot about. Gain 2 defense. You know what? I'm all in on a tanky Terra build. So we actually need a campfire, as a matter of fact. I mean, we don't need it, but, you know, we kind of need it. So we will grab that, then go hit up the shop. We can only really afford one thing, but an early upgrade can do a lot. 4 attack damage, lose max HP, kind of bad. Trinity when we shuffle. I mean, we could pivot into a Trinity deck, but I think it's a little bit off the beaten path for us. I don't really see... I don't see anything jumping out. We'll just grab a single upgrade and then probably go for Excavate. Because Excavate double casting is just, like, incredible. Yeah, it does exactly what I think, because it doesn't, like, fix tiles or anything. And so you just go with the very typical Terra thing of, I'm going to break all the tiles, and then I'm going to bop you with a giant Excavate of Doom. And you're just going to be very dead. Flurry, again, puts in some serious work, so as long as you can use it correctly. I mistimed that, unfortunately. So just try to get these tiles broken. And, like, not having to rely on breaking tiles for mana regen is one of those things that, like, I very much wish to get to with Terra as quickly as possible. Because I really don't like that, like, all of your mana regen is focused on being able to keep a bunch of tiles broken on the opponent's side, and in boss fights it's very, very hard to keep that up. That was not necessarily that great, but you can see just the obscene amount of damage on that double cast. So if we can get the gunner to move forward, then we could... You know what? Actually, go ahead and give me some shield. Okay. I wanna go for a flurry here, but honestly... Okay, you know what? This is our chance. We definitely took some damage from the mines there, and we didn't need to. Alright, let's get a bunch of tiles broken. And then this should just be a kill. Okay, not if they dodge. Ah, and the bombs exploded too. You want to be right here. Okay. 2, 3. Oh, okay. You're okay. That really threw me off. Let's give some shield. Root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we've got a kill if we just do this. There we go. So a little bit of a rough fight. Honestly, I think that, you know, like I said, I want to go for tankiness, and I don't want us to be in a situation where we're just low on HP. Because as you can tell, I'm not, like, at the top of my game right now. And so if that's going to be the case, then we should probably just, you know, keep some people alive. I really want some flat mana regen. That would go a long way towards making this much less difficult. Good damage and get the kill. Okay. I mean, flawlesses are going to be one of the most important things. I say it in every episode. Flawlesses are incredibly important because flawlesses give us bonus XP, which means more artifacts. I don't think I like any of these, and honestly, like, there's a couple spells that break a bunch of tiles that are good, but I'm not against mana jam because we don't really spam our spells that much. And if we're gonna do that, then I'm actually gonna pivot slightly and maybe go for some jam synergy. I like Hearth and I definitely want Phalanx, but we'll go ahead and swap over to Double Lift as our secondary. And then we'll probably go this way, and just depending upon where our money is at. So with this one, like, just hit the crystal with your basic attack and you're good. Like, if you aren't able to kill that crystal as Terra, then you're doing something incredibly wrong. So Earthen Armor is fine, but it only cracks tiles, and it cracks them on your side of the field. I don't really like that much, but if we're gonna go for some jam synergy, then yeah, give me Piercing Laser. So against this one, this is where you just go for the flurry, and then you go for the W, and you get the kill before it's able to shoot. Nurse heals you. I mean, there's no flawless because it's not a battle, but easy enough. So again, I don't really care about the flow part of Hearth and Root at this point. We've got 2 roots. I'm not gonna go much further than that. And why don't we not root either of you? But we'll go ahead and kill you because the double cast on Fracture is just incredibly good. So now the mana regen is in a really good spot. I'm really happy that we did that, because it makes it a lot easier to just sit there and spam our auto attack. And like, if we get enough regen, then we can pretty much just not stop casting our auto attack, and that can be really, really powerful. Because yeah, it's only 20 damage a hit, but if you're just sitting there tapping E as fast as you possibly can, then it doesn't really matter. So 182, like, that is enough to go to the shop. And as far as upgrades are concerned, upgrading Skewer is not necessarily a bad idea. Flurry doing like extra hits or more damage per hit. Actually, you know what? Flurry with a double cast actually is something I've never tried before, and seems like it would be pretty incredible. Kunai's, I mean, at this point, we've already pivoted enough times. I think that's enough. Goldfish, increase luck by 15. I think that's an easy take, and then grab an upgrade. And let's go for the double cast on Flurry, if that's even a thing. Chance to leave Flame on hit, or 2 more shots. Honestly, I'm going to take the chance to leave Flame, because it hits 12 times. So theoretically, if you go off of percentages, then out of 25% chance, that means that theoretically it will leave a flame 3 times per cast, assuming that you hit an enemy with it each time. And that's because, you know, you just do simple multiplication on that. Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that. So why don't we just kill you and not die to the other dude? I mean, we already lost our flawless, so just crack a bunch of tiles and kill him. Just use your auto attack. Like, when in doubt, just use your auto attack. There's a reason it exists. It's mostly to crack tiles, but it's also good for that. This is not amazing. We also don't have the mana for it, and I mean, I don't want to dip into poison. Obviously, poison is great, and if you're going to give me Anubis, that's fine, but... Max mana, honestly, probably good, just because if we do end up in a situation where there are spells that we really would like to have, for 4 mana, it would be kind of nice to be able to have them. Get back down, and then that's just look at the obscene amount of damage on that. First time I've, like, even quasi-dodged that attack. Okay, so yeah, we hit her with flames a couple times, and I hate that she's doing the diagonal attack the most right now, because that's the one attack that I have the hardest time dodging. Okay, this one, there, and then she was rooted, so... we should be safe here. Yeah, we're safe here. So we're going to do this, gain a bunch of shield, and then she's going to go down after that on those two. And then, at least for the moment, let's just get the jams out of our deck. Crack a bunch of tiles so we get some mana regen, or break a bunch. So she's in reflect mode, and you don't want to hit her while she's reflecting. Honestly, just kill the knight with our auto attack. Okay, so this is, again, a situation where I think we want to just leverage Flurry. The diagonal beams, dude. I hate it. Okay, we don't do as much damage. That was bad. That was really dumb and bad. Okay, so if we just break a bunch of tiles and then hit a big fracture, we might be able to kill her. Okay, we didn't quite kill her, but at this point, just auto attack her to death. Well, once she uses that attack. Then we have max mana. Okay, so we're obviously going to save her, especially since it's Reva. And then, honestly, I'd rather try to fight Salicy and Violetta. Violetta is actually going to be kind of difficult for us because we require fairly precise positioning on a lot of stuff. And if that's the case, then you kind of got to worry about being able to actually get into the music notes. I can't believe we took that. I cannot believe we tanked that last shot. I was trying to move around to set up for a big fracture, and okay. Yeah. That was purely just a bad mistake on my part. Lost our flawless due to that single hit. Definitely gonna want to go loot or shop on this one. I played this very poorly. I don't know if that was worth it. I think she gave us an artifact. No, that means she gave us luck, I believe. It used to be spell power, I think, but now it's definitely just luck. Corset is tempting because of the fact that it does give us 100 shield, but I don't think that that's quite worth it. So we did get Salicy, which is good. You know, it's not that I wanted to fight Violet. I'm just like, I'll deal with it if that's what we end up with. Honestly, just like dodge. Because this should be a better run than it has been so far, and I've just been playing kind of poorly. Honestly, like, just give me enough mana to spam things. Or actually, no, we have Fracture. Never mind. There we go. Double casted Fracture is more than enough. And also, like, spell power is something that I would not be against at all. I like Shield Catch, but I just think that we have enough going on that if we try to pick up Shield Catch, we're just going to do bad things instead. Yeah, go ahead and just give me the heal of those options. Shield when we shuffle is tempting, but we have jams in our deck, and once we get to the end, like, we're kind of hoping that we don't have to do it more than a couple times. Okay, we need this guy to be dead. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be the one to get hit by that. No, absolutely not. So fortunately, I think he's immobile. So if we do... Nope, never mind. He's not immobile. There's a lot going on, and we are now trapped. We might just die here. We gotta... I should have shuffled sooner. I was just like, I don't want to deal with that. Honestly, like, can I just get in there and kill this dude? Okay, at least that's one of the big damage sources out of the way. And just kill them. Goodness. Okay, so we took just like an obscene amount of damage here, and I don't want to talk about how bad that was. Like, I think we took somewhere around 600 damage. And now I'm kind of sad that we're not going to the campfire, although I guess it isn't necessarily going to heal us that much. But with the cash, definitely going to go to the shop. Gain 20 shield when you cast jam. And then card thrower is just like a guaranteed 20 damage when we cast a jam. And while in a cast slot, gain mana regen. I actually think that's really good. You may think I'm crazy, but I legitimately think that is a solid pickup. And then we can't get med kit. We should have healed, actually. Shield decaying quickly is pretty bad for us. We can grab a removal, but I don't think there's anything I want to remove. I think we're just going to have to go into the Slicey fight with 200 HP, which is really bad. In case you're not aware of how bad that is. Ah, I'm so sad we got hit by that. Okay, that was a huge waste. Okay, but the thing is, with the mana regen, we can just really, really spam. We're dead. Did we kill Reva? Or did we already revive? I don't actually know what happened there. Okay, well that was bad, but we'll give you guys another one. Spend all mana, fire a shot for each mana spent, add a jam to your deck. Dude, Unleash sounds like a great spell. Now, I think that's the end of the unlocks. I've finally unlocked everything in this game. So let's do this again, and maybe not play this in possibly the worst way you can play Terra. I mean, I do think the mana regen was fine, but I also think the jams were problematic. Like, unless you already have a jam cannon or something sitting in your lap. Honestly, like, if we're already going Hearth, like, gaining flow is probably the easiest one to go for. I do love blue bullets, but it requires more work to make it work correctly. Whereas Undertow, it just is already going to work. So, honestly, just keep it simple. Terra is Hearth focused, so just double down on Hearth, get rid of Mine, and go Flow and Tile Breaking. And we will probably want to go to the loot box plus the shop. So we got to break some tiles to get the mana regen up, and then once we have mana regen, we can hopefully spam this thing down. Ah! Split second away. I should have pivoted a little bit sooner. Okay, so Tremor and Earth and Armor both give us flow, but this one actually does damage, and I think I like that more than the shield. While you have flow, gain 5 defense, I'm actually going to grab that over the mana regen, because I think the synergy is much better. I definitely just completely whiffed on everything there. So wait for it to use its attack, and then do this, so we can flurry. And then just go that route. And then against this guy, just use one single shot and he dead. And then Cold Stone. Okay, so we're basically already getting all of the common cards that you need for a flow deck, while also getting some decent synergistic artifacts. So this is just going to be a flow run. We need to not die. I mean, they don't do a ton of damage, but it's still like kind of frustrating how bad I played that. I don't know what's up with me. Like, all of a sudden, my one step from Eden skills have kind of gone in the toilet. I was having some issues last night with it as well. Like, I was kind of tired, and I just kind of chalked it up to that. Prophecy is one of the best tile-breaking spells from, like, a Terra perspective. So I definitely think that's a good idea. And then just getting enough where we can crack a tile behind it and then flurry. Because it does 20 shots, and then you just do this, and we didn't get there. Oof. Well, you know what? We tried. At least we got all the money there. Okay, so on flow, don't reduce damage. Flint shot is a fantastic flow synergy. It's actually one that ideally you would get a double cast on, because then it's a 400 damage spell. Assuming both shots hit. 3 shield whenever flame is dealt. 1 mana when you cast a spell. Mana regen. Start battles with 9 fragile. Gain max HP. Honestly, I think it's early on enough that I'm okay with that. I do just want the flat mana regen here. We already used our removal, so I would only take that in order to remove it. Which, we don't have removal, so it doesn't matter. And we don't have enough for an upgrade, so I think that's where we're going to leave it off. But I felt like we got a little bit stronger there. The fragile is definitely like a bit of a problem, but we'll just kind of deal with it. Okay, so she's gonna do that. We're just gonna pop that. Oh, I hit the wrong button. That was a bit of a whiff. And then what you do off of this one is now you fracture and you miss because she dodged it. There we go. Much better. Please stand there. Yes, thank you. That is where you should stand. Oh, good damage. Okay. So, I mean, this is more what a Terra deck is supposed to look like. We're still not necessarily hitting peak damage potential, but being able to trap the boss in a spot where you can just, like, really go hard on them is exactly what you want. I really don't like how much damage we've taken, though. And then we got to save her. We don't have enough HP. And then, yeah, send me to the ruins for Violetta or Reva. So I do still think mana regen is a pain point. Absolutely. And I think spells that are just easier to cast are definitely something else that would be nice to have. Because, like, I love Flurry. I love the damage on Flurry. But it is really difficult to get it cranking correctly. So Rock Tomb, I think, is a great flow one. Tile Fire does also break tiles, so that is just easy mana regen. But I actually think Rock Tomb is better here. It also gives us more flow. Keep in mind, we did also have 9 fragile for that battle as well, which we do still have that. I'm going to assume that it's going to be better to go for the loot box or campfire and then just take the shop on the next floor. Come on, 2 more. Got there. Okay, much better. And we saved the nurse, got the heal. That's what you want to see. I do think that Orbital Beam is a perfect fit in a Terra deck. It's definitely a staple. Honestly, I think Micro Missiles is pretty solid here, even though Medkit could be pretty handy. Because we can just do that and then get a heal. Except we need the tiles to be fixed. Okay, there we go. And then he's going to cast that, and then we can do this. The reason I didn't throw them all on him is because I wanted the mana regen from the tiles breaking, which is not necessarily something you have to do. Oh, we don't have 4 mana, so we can't cast that. We need max mana, as it turns out. Fortunately, the missiles did exactly what we needed them to do there. We did take damage. I do like rooting targets. I love rooting targets. You know, it's really, really good. 150 by 8 on Crossfire is kind of nice. Firestorm, we can't afford. I should have realized that on the other spell. Boomerang, I'm very tempted to take it, but I don't want to put 3 mana spells in our deck when we aren't sitting on very much mana regen. I know it's like, we'll just break tiles and then you will have mana regen, and it's like, yes, that's easier said than done sometimes, though. Hate it. Yeah, I also realized we killed the nurse. Okay, so frost damage, also root, or I mean the luck is just going to be better. Gives us a better chance of finding rare stuff. When a spell hits an enemy. Yeah, I think that Hit Seeker is pretty good here. Having the little bit extra. And then I think we can just go for the loot box on this one. And then you go for your... We should have killed that first, and now we're not going to get there. Okay, so the point was to go for the loot box, and instead we didn't get it. So we would have been better off just going to the campfire and healing up. A rock cycle, like, I know it's strong, but it not giving flow, it just purely consumes flow. I actually don't think it's that great. Magic Claw can be good for the fragile, but the problem with that is at the moment we're still using our auto attack pretty heavily. And so there's no guarantee that we'll be in a position where that will actually be that useful. Take damage, but also get the heal. You know, it's a way of life. Only needed 2 tiles at that point. I'm like, just go ahead and kill him. Yes, I think, well, so the problem is Fracture is also really good in a flow deck. But I think Tile Fire breaking tiles is still better in a Terra deck. But obviously we want both. And just let her stand there and drop that. Okay, so that's some great early damage. You love to see that. Do that to break a couple more tiles. We've got a lot of mana regen going. We can do that and then just break a bunch more tiles. We've got flow. We can do that, and that actually killed the knight, not her, but that's okay. And we can't cast that, but we can wait for her to not have reflect anymore. And then get right up in her face and hit her with a big flurry. Then you press W and try not to die. And then you shuffle because you can't actually cast that. Yeah, we don't really have much we can do here. I'm going to be honest with you. We shouldn't have taken that. Okay, and then she almost died there. I mean, honestly, just like hit her with your auto attack. So Reva, definitely save her. And we'll go fire. Honestly, like we could go die to Salici, but nah. I would prefer to just like deal with fighting Saffron or it is on a broken tile, so we cannot take it. So that's part of the problem with using that spell to do the trick. Wait for it. There we go. So again, I like that we had that double casted last time. I'm going to be very tempted to do that again. And then we still got Fracture anyways, which is exactly what you want to see in a typical flow deck. Max HP when you kill a hostage. We're on, what, the 3rd floor? I mean, yeah, the mana regen, but legitimately, I will kill every freaking hostage in the world. Don't take that out of context. Like, the last thing I need is that being like a viral clip that gets spread. So, hey, we got 50 max HP for that. Yep, we're up to 1200. Okay, so none of those. At this point, like, our deck is pretty solid. We have, I think, pretty much all the major flow cards. We can just kill her with that. And then we can kill this with... nothing. Doesn't matter. We killed the hostage, so we gained the max HP. Down to those. So yeah, like, I legitimately think that at this point, we're pretty much just settled in. We're gonna just keep this rolling where it's at. I hit the self-defense turret. Hate to see it. Oh, she ain't dead yet. We still need to kill the hostage. Oh, crap. We're gonna... okay, I thought we were gonna take the laser to the face. Killing the self-defense turret would be great, but there's no way we're gonna be able to do that. Okay, we got the flow cast on that. We can go here, get the flurry kill. And then this dude, like, I need him to move, because we don't really have an easy way to reach him. I mean, we actually do is the thing. We need more mana regen, but, you know, if you go break some tiles, then you'll have all the mana regen in the world, and then you can just kill him with your auto attack. Yeah, okay, firing the missiles on our attack is actually pretty solid. Honestly, I think Ion Cannon is a good pickup. And, I mean, I'm taking exactly like the fairly standard baby's first Hera build, but I don't mind it. Let's get all of these down. Go ahead and kill them. There we go. We actually got the artifact this time. Turns out, if you do things correctly, then it works. A gun that fires every second and restores mana when it kills something. Does this prevent our ability of breaking tiles? Like, does this replace our auto attack? Or is this just... I think it's just kind of like an automatic thing forever. If that's the case, like if that's just a gun that is just always firing, then that's actually really good for us. I don't even care if it kills a hostage because we gain mana when we kill, or gain max HP when we kill hostages. Yeah, no, it's actually just a familiar that kills things for us. Ah, we took damage. That's fine. Not a big deal. Interesting. Okay, I didn't realize that was a familiar. That's actually very useful. I'm glad that that exists. Okay, at this point, I think we can finally take more mana regen. And then Saffron. Early Saffron is not usually too big of a deal. I say early, I mean, it's still tier 2 Saffron, I believe, but... okay, well, we did just tank a Ragnarok to the face, so maybe not the most ideal scenario in the world. We're actually taking a bunch of damage. Okay, but we do have some good casts ready to go. She did dodge that. And we still can't cast that. We do need max mana, like ASAP. So if she just stands there, she's dead, I think. Got her rooted. And then, like, just try to keep breaking tiles so we gain mana regen and we cast our micro missiles. Or micro machines. And then she dead. Although she did hit us with a Ragnarok at the very last second, which I consider to be very rude, and I don't appreciate that. So we would either go fight Shizo or Gunner or Violet / Salici. I think I'd rather go there. Although fighting tier 4 Gunner ends up being a lot more painful than I give it credit for. We got Violet, which, I mean, it's fine. I'm not gonna fret about it, but... it looks like the gun does 40 damage per shot, which is not a small amount of damage. I'm just going to throw that out there. And then if we just break a bunch of tiles and then do this, and also, like, die. Oh, so it drops little, like, mana things on the ground. Okay. I do like Swords of Light. Again, I mentioned in the last one, or in the last run, that I like Swords of Light because that on top of the broken tiles just really ruins the maneuverability for enemies. And so we're going to keep killing hostages because that's a good idea. Gaining max HP is never a bad idea. Stops time for 3 seconds. So time stop is obviously like really, really good, but I honestly am more likely to misuse it and overanalyze it than to use it correctly. So I'm actually going to avoid it. We want to not cast Ion Cannon on this one and instead just... That's actually an okay spot for that. Give me a Shuffle instead. Okay, well, we let the snack out anyways, so now it was just like, okay, well, why did you waste so much time trying to not do that if you were just gonna mess it up anyways? Did we actually take damage there? No, we actually still managed to not take damage somehow. Devour, I actually will take. You know, we don't have anything that is a on-kill ability or an existing card that's on kill. So I actually think this is a really good pickup. Definitely like stand up here. You are dead. Finally. Okay. Ooh. So we should be fishing for Devour to try to heal back up. I mean, with the max HP we have, it definitely is a good idea to try to heal as much as possible. We're going to pick up or go to the shop here. While you have flow, gain 4 spell power, like one of the easiest decisions of my life. Lose 30 spell power and heal. So we would basically be paying 65 to heal because we would have to remove it. We could literally heal if we took both of those. I actually think the mana regen is good. We'll do one quick stock refresh and then go from there. Start battles with shield. I think just grabbing one more mana regen and then a couple upgrades. So the big upgrades right now, I think Flint Shot is a big one. We still need max mana as well. We could fish for a minus mana cost on Rock Tomb so that we can actually use it. In fact, I think that's probably the first one to go for. We did get -1 mana cost, and the other two were bad anyways, so that worked perfectly. That was exactly what you want to see. And then Fracture, 140, so if we got a double cast on it, it would definitely be good, but I think Cold Stone, although we wouldn't be able to afford a double cast on Cold Stone. Tremor double casting is good. Undertow double casting is good because it's just a free 4 flow. But I still think Excavate does so much damage that double casting it is easily the best option. Now I realize that we could have also gotten flow on it, which wouldn't have been the worst idea in the world, but I still think it's so good to have that instead. I hate that we took that damage. You can't kill me. Devour does 100 damage, so just kind of keep that in mind. That's kind of what you're fishing for here. I actually went after the snack. Okay. Devour! No! I was trying to Devour to get the heal. Alright, you know what? Just... Oh, it's dead. Cool, that works too. Yay, micro missiles. It took more damage than you would like. On flow, restore 4 mana, gain 4 flow. Honestly, totally cool with me. Spend 2 mana to gain 4 mana, so it'll just put us at max mana. And then part of the cards, what's our total deck size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 heal at the start of battle, which most battles we're going to take more damage than that, so it may not necessarily be worth it, or another mana regen. We're at 1.2 mana per second. I'm going to take the heal. And especially considering we're probably going to continue adding things to our deck. Yeah, like also the breaking tiles makes it harder to do Violet stuff. And so I'm very aware of that. But it also means that we can do bunches of damage to her. Like, this is one of the quicker boss fights I've had before. Considering that she is basically already dead. It actually would have been nice to heal off of her there, but that's fine. And then, yeah, we'll save her. So this is now a guaranteed Slicey fight. Absolutely, 110% we'll take that. Back up to 846. So all that max HP isn't necessarily doing anything for us right now. But, you know, it'll pay off. Somehow. I don't know how it'll pay off, but it'll pay off. To just get the artifact. I'm like, of all the things to do, getting the artifact is probably the most important. Ah, we should have used Devour. Saved it for Devour. Ah. Gain 3 spell power, lose 300 max HP. The thing is, we don't have... How many things do we have that hit multiple times? Fracture, Orbital Beam. You know what? Excavate. Excavate is enough for me to dig for spell power. Hit every other tile in front and lower target's defense by 5. Double cast plus mana cost. That's 240 per hit, but I think it's a little too difficult to use, and at another 3 mana cost card in our deck, I don't think it's a good idea. Max HP did we gain off of this? Doesn't actually have a counter. Okay. I think we're probably going to want to go bottom row because we have the flexibility of the shop or the campfire, depending upon how these fights go. I hate that we took damage there. We definitely did not need to take damage. Wow. Okay, so that does a lot of damage if you can get the shots to hit. You know, here's the thing. Tsunami gives us flow, but minigun, when we're sitting on 3 spell power plus another 4, when we have flow, I think that's pretty good, and I will actually switch our primary focus over to Convergence and fish. Actually, honestly, give me double Convergence for the moment, and I'm gonna fish for focus and then try to double cast it. I like this little gun. It's pretty neat. Restore 5 mana, gain 10 shield. 1 mana, 50% damage. Now, I don't want to like start trying to add Trinity synergies into the deck at this point. I just want to try to get focus. Get that heal, and then just like move on with your life. Okay, just focus on dodging and easy kills. Okay, good stuff. We're gonna have to kill the Sneck here to get to the mage in the back, so just like accept your fate. I don't know why the Sneck didn't come out, but I'm honestly not gonna ask any questions. I'm pretty sure that was a flawless. Yeah, a late flawless. All right, I'm feeling it again. Let's. We're gonna win this run. I actually don't think we have the damage to win this run, but we're gonna win this run. Don't worry about it. We got this. I can feel the energy of the viewers supporting me. We actually don't need the campfire. We healed up decently enough. So starting battles with full mana is a good one, but waterfall, 4 tiles away for every flow stat, gain 1 flow on hit. I mean, potentially incredible. Gain max HP, heal. I think we just need the upgrades more than anything else. I will actually donate blood to get that extra upgrade. So minigun double casting is always a good option. 2x damage and consume. I'm not against that. I'm not against that. Because it's 10 damage plus spell power, so it would be at 17 damage per shot. Yeah, I'm good with that. Also, the chance to leave Flame on hit was definitely a consideration. Cold Stone is a good double cast. Fracture is a good double cast. Waterfall is also a crazy good double cast. I think we'll go for Waterfall on this one, actually. 2x damage you consume. Chance to leave Flame on hit. I think we're going to have enough flow stacks that the chance to leave Flame on hit will be quote-unquote a guaranteed flame based on, you know, statistics. I think we got hit there. I want her dead. We freed the snack. And I can't get out of there. Okay. A little difficult, but not too bad. It could have been much worse. Firewall is one of those that I'm like, it's so good though, is the thing. I just, well, especially with all the tile breaking we're doing, I'm gonna take it. I know you guys are probably like, are you gonna take Firewall in every deck? And I'm like, well, the problem is Firewall fits in every deck. Yes, give me mana regen. All right, Slicey, I'm ready for you. And right off the bat, here, have Firewall and Flurry, and then it's coming back because she's up a tier. And then we have a few flow stacks. So that seemed worth it. Big whiff. She's going to do this attack, which is fine. Break some tiles. Minigun doing some good damage. Okay, her getting rooted is a good one. I don't know why I have more trouble dodging that attack than the average person. Wow, that is a lot of good damage. Alright, she's dead if we just cast that before the broken things go away. Okay, she's dead, and we will definitely keep her alive to heal. Of these, so it's a Gunner or Shizo, I think I would rather deal with Shizo last than Gunner last. Gunner can still be a bit of a problem. Especially with the mines. Alright, pull you back. Okay, easy kill. Actually did some good spell damage there. Hit all enemies with solar rays consume. Is that 2 plus spell power? Because if that's 2 plus spell power, that's incredible. We can't cast it because we don't have 4 max mana, but it's going in the deck. And I think we will go to the shop. We're going to want to kill hostages some more, which I've honestly not been paying nearly enough attention to. Get the mana and then deal with the mines and kill you with a minigun. Honestly, I just wanted that to be off my side of the field. Okay, we can just kill you with that. And so it does look like our friendly neighborhood gun is dead. Consume heal, gain 5 max HP, gain 10 shield. I'm not against that. We have spell power, and we're also healing equal to the number of cards in our deck, so adding more cards is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Yeah! Good stuff. That's not where that goes. Okay, so we want you to be low enough that when I go up here and click the Devour button that you die and we heal for 100. I also completely forgot we had Devour in our deck, which is probably a sign that it never should have gone in our deck in the first place. Whirl is also very, very good with spell damage, or spell power, but no. Alright, mini boss, I expect this to go very poorly, and we are probably very likely to take a large chunk of damage, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try to do something useful here. That did not get a kill. We didn't have any flow, so that was kind of bad. That'll do a good chunk of damage. We're gonna take fire damage here no matter what. I just wanted to get in there and get a kill. And honestly, just there we go. Use flurry and you're dead. Oof. A little bit rough there. I think I'd rather have the luck box. I mean, we are still sitting on plenty of HP, so I'm not super worried or anything. I do think this is another shop situation. Upgrades are very good. I mean, I'm not even gonna think about it. Just take those two and forget that anything else is a possibility. I mean, max mana so we can cast the solar flare, and being able to walk over broken tiles as Terra is literally just like mind-blowingly insanely good. Like, I would be fine also doing sell soul, donate blood, and buy removal so we can ditch that, and we essentially bought an upgrade for cheap. I almost messed that up. So of all the things to upgrade, I mean, we aren't going to be able to get a double cast on Sunshine, so I'm not even going to try. Fracture, Tile Fire, Flint Shot, Cold Stone, Trimmer. There's a lot of good options. Honestly, I think Flurry is probably like run its course at this point. But Flint Shot, I don't know. I don't know that we have quite enough flow. Getting one of our flow generators up there. Like, Cold Stone is 200 a hit. Double cast would put it at 5 mana, though. So why don't we actually go for Trimmer? Dig for the double cast. There we go. We did get it. So that's going to do 280 per spell cast. And then this is going to be a rough one because self-defense turret. So just do what you can with what you're given. All right, and then get the cash. All right, yeah, I knew we were going to take damage there. I wasn't even going to necessarily worry about it. But keep in mind, we can walk over broken tiles now, so we're like basically a god. So we can just go there and be like, ha, we hit you. Oh, there's still this guy alive. So we took like 300 damage there, and that's obviously bad. But Earth and Armor is actually kind of nice. We can deal with the cracked tiles, because at this point, like, it doesn't matter if the tiles are broken. And I think the mana regen is just ultimately better. So Gunner, not an easy boss, but not a hard boss, especially with everything that we have going on now. I think this is where you just do this, go for a single big setup, and I mean, that was just an incredible amount of damage. I want you to move forward one. You're going to go there, then okay, you're going to keep going there. That's fine. You know what? Here, have a flurry. Sure, that's where you go. And just like keep the tiles breaking, because it is still ultimately in your best interest to do so. And so we have a good chunk of flow, but I completely whiffed on waterfall. We might actually die here, is the thing. Oh my god, that spell is incredible. Oh, come on, baby. Get there. Get there. 2, 3, up. I don't like that we stood there. Okay, we got there. That was spicy. We're going to heal 400, and then we're going to go fight Shizo. Sometimes you just have to accept the fact that you're not playing at your tippy top, and you're going to take a bunch of damage, and you just, like, need to dodge whatever you can and survive. Okay, and then we have Devour, so actually, like, use it here. Okay, just wait for it to attack, and then go back, and then... I thought Devour did more damage than that. Doesn't it do 100? Did I get it wrong? No, it does 80. It heals 100. All right, that was my mistake. I'm just dumb. We don't have a good way to trigger Zenith, and ping is, like, kind of hilarious, but also kind of bad. Okay, so, like, killing hostages is still, like, a good way to get max HP. We are going to end up with a ton of money to go to the shop, but I honestly think that we're going to want to just take this bottom path and hit the campfire. So I still don't understand that enemy. I'm going to be completely straight up with you. I do not understand that enemy at all. Like, I don't know what trigger there is for when it's going to do its thing. I mean, we got Devour off of it, but, like, we took so much damage. I mean, yeah, the mana regen is tempting, but nah. I don't think it's worth it. So, hostage situation. Okay, well, thank you for the Ragnarok. I appreciate that. Sure. Gain haste when you shuffle. Sure, why not? No. I don't see that being that useful. So, we need to just get out of here taking as little damage as possible. I mean, we hit something for a good chunk of damage. I mean, we definitely just heated the nurse there. Actually, I think we needed the heal more than we needed the max HP. I'm not confident in us winning at this point. I also realize that I'm pretty much just going complete radio silence in each fight. And that's just kind of like, I'm at the point where there's a lot going on, and I think it's because I didn't have extra caffeine today or something that we're just like off. Yeah, must be in battle, so that doesn't count. I figured as much. It would be nice to at least make it to the wall, though, just so we can feel good about the progress. Okay, the solar rays, though, just is ridiculous, man. I wish that we had a thinner deck so that we could get to that sooner. And this is, you know, yet again another testament that, like, you can roll a thick deck and just spam whatever you got and deal with it. But it also is usually a better idea to roll a thin deck, just like in all deck building games, and just live with it. So spell power, I'm just not even going to think about it. I know it's spicy, but I want to get flow ticking, and that's great damage, and then this is that, and we're just gonna go to town. We have a lot of spell power right now, so minigun is doing about as much damage as it can possibly do. Just use that while we can. Like, I know how to deal with Shizo, but that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily good against Shizo. Being able to walk over broken tiles is incredible. Good waterfall, and I mean just like spamming with your auto attack for a second. I don't think... Have we used our revive from Riva yet? I don't think we have. I would prefer not to use it, although at this point, like, we're not beating the final boss, so it's not even that big of a deal. That was a big whiff on that one. Okay, so we got the kill. We'll go ahead and heal up to about 500 HP, and then we're going to go face the wall and get absolutely slaughtered. But hey, you know what? We made it to the final boss. This was a great run, and, you know, we're going to do everything we can. Hello, friend? Wait, what? Oh, we have to fight you instead? Hold on. Did we save every boss? I don't remember saving every boss. You know what? I think we did, and I have not faced this boss yet. I was ready to fight the wall and just, like, immediately get yeeted. But honestly, like, sure. Is Riva gonna save us? I have not fought this boss yet. I have not saved every single boss in a run yet. So this is just interesting. Like, I've seen this boss before, but I haven't fought it. So, like, knowing the right way to deal with this. Just, honestly, I just want to cast our solar flare thing because it's cool and it does a bunch of damage. Yeah, no, like, we are so super dead. It's not even funny. But I like the fact that it almost looks like we're doing well. Almost. being able to walk over broken tiles is an incredible artifact. Okay, so I walked into that because I got greedy and was like, I'm going to attack her. Okay, so the thing is, for never having fought a final boss, we took it down to about half HP, and this run, as spicy as it was and as on the razor's edge of we should be dying right now as it was, I can be very happy knowing that the first run was bad, the second run was significantly better. We made it all the way to the final boss, and that's a boss that I haven't seen before or haven't played against before. So that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, one of the single best ways you can support the channel, support me, and support this video is by clicking the like button. It helps out in the way that YouTube sees that and shows this video to more people, and you can help the community grow so you have someone to talk to in the comments section, where I would also like to hear your feedback. In addition, check out the link tree in the description below. It has links to Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and you can come hang out with the community, see the streams 5 days a week, and all that good stuff. But that's going to do it. Until the next episode, I'm Runt9, and I'll see you later.